You know, I think that the people of South Carolina are tired of having an image across America that's not truly who we are. I think we're tired of having an image of corrupt leaders, of unethical elected officials. I think we're tired of having an image that we're stuck in the past and divided. I believe that South Carolinians and our young people who leave this state all too often are tired of the image that the leaders of this state project. And frankly, I think we're tired of politicians who won't say where they really stand. I believe that it's time that we retire the Confederate flag to a place of respect where the history of this great state can be told, and that we all rally together under a flag that unites us all, the American flag, that looks toward the future and not the past. And that's what we need in leaders in South Carolina. We don't need more unethical activity. We don't need more statements we don't trust. We don't need more just looking to the past. We need to look to the future. And that's what this is about. And I'm not afraid to say what I think and to take a stand so that my kids will have a better state than we have today.
Governor?
Thank you. You know, the Confederate flag is a very sensitive issue. And what I can tell you is over the last 3.5 years, I spend a lot of my days on the phones with CEOs and recruiting jobs to this state. I can honestly say I have not had one conversation with a single CEO about the Confederate flag. What is important here is that we look at the fact that, yes, perception of South Carolina matters. That's why we have everybody answering the phones. It's a great day in South Carolina. That's why we're being named the friendliest state and the most patriotic state and getting all these great accolades. But we really kind of fixed all that when you elected the first Indian American female governor, when we appointed the first African American U.S. senator. That sent a huge message. What sent a strange message was when we had Senator Shaheen, who has been in the Senate 15 years, not once ever mentioned the Confederate flag, never taken the well on the Confederate flag, has no bill talking about the Confederate flag, and 1 month prior to the election decides that the Confederate flag has to come down. Again, it's a lot of talk and it's very little action.
Well, again, I'm a libertarian because I believe fundamentally in individual liberty. So if you want to paint your house in the Confederate flag, I am completely fine with that as long as your HOA approves it. Now, Governor Haley talks about other businesses that have never brought that up. Now, I disagree with that. I've got a friend, an MIT grad who works in California, who continues to bring up the fact that he wants to start his own business. When I bring up starting it here in South Carolina, he laughs. He smirks. He still thinks of South Carolina as being this backwoods good old boy network. And that flag, I think, represents a lot of division in this state. And we need to be coming together. We have major problems. Tom brings up the roads. We have the fourth longest road network in this state, and we're only the 40th largest state. Now, I do have a plan to fix our roads, and it's pretty simple. It's about reprioritizing what government's role should be. Now, we have a state lottery here in this state, but we're not allowed to gamble. I can go on ESPN and watch a Texas Hold'em game or anything else. I think we can bring revenues in by just allowing people to be free.